Well, hello, guys and gals. Welcome back. Glad you could join me for another excursion into the world of Harbor Freight coupons. Today, we're going to be looking at the Harbor Freight early May 2025 new super coupons going on right now. They're in effect from right now, whenever you see this video, until the 11th of May. And all these coupons are available for you at my website under the Extras tab. There's a domain right there. Type that into your browser, head on over there, and that way you can find this and many more coupons. So let's start off. Let's get started taking a look at these new coupons that just came out. And like I said, they're good until the 11th, so you still got a couple of weeks to take advantage of them. So we start off looking at a couple of Daytona jacks. You have this orange one here, which is a low profile 3-ton, and the blue one is also a 3-ton, but it's a regular floor jack. So you can get the low profile for $150. Normally it's $180, so you save yourself $30. If you want to go with the regular jack, it's only $10 cheaper. Not a heck of a lot of difference in that price, so it's $140 right now. Normally $160, so you save yourself $20. If it was me, I know jacks last you for a long time. I mean, I have some jacks going back 30, 40 years, so they'll last you a good long time if you take care of them. For an extra few bucks, I would go with the low profile. That way you're covered no matter what kind of vehicle you have now or into the future, because the jack will last you for quite a long time. Whether you have a high vehicle, a low vehicle, whatever the case may be, you know you can get under it with the low profile jack. And both of these jacks come in 4 different colors: black, green, blue, or orange. So you have a choice of colors to match whatever it is that you like in your shop. Anyway, if you need some storage racks, here you go with the Yukon. You can get this 36 by 18 by 72 5-tier shelf. You can get this guy right now for $40, normally $60, so you save yourself about $20 there. And let's see, how about some spray painting? If you need the Avanti handheld HBLP paint and stain sprayer, you can get this guy right now for $50, normally $70. So again, that's another $20 you save on that guy. And keep in mind, this guy is corded, so you do need to plug it into the wall. If you're going to be doing stuff outdoors, you're going to need a nice long extension cord. You can always get another sprayer from somebody else, because I don't think Harbor Freight has a battery-operated one. And you can get those generally for about $60, $80, somewhere around there on Amazon. So consider what you may want to do, depending on the kind of projects you have in the future. A battery-operated one can be very convenient, especially if you're outdoors, spray painting furniture, fences, things like that. You may want to consider that. And how about if you plan on doing a little bit of woodworking, you need a bench plane? Here you go with the number 33. You can get this guy for $10. Normally 13, so you save about $3 or $4. And, I would say check this out in the store first before you buy it. I've heard a few complaints about this that, the cutting blade isn't good enough. It may look pretty in the picture, but there's quite a few complaints about it online. So I would say check that out first before you make a decision to go with that. And if you want to get yourself a Fortress compressor, here you have a new one. Here you have the 9-gallon 135 PSI high performance gas wheelbarrow job site air compressor for $1,000. And this guy's got to be heavy. That guy has a regular gasoline engine on there, plus the compressor motor. So that's got to be pretty heavy. And you know what? I don't like this one-wheel design because it's like a wheelbarrow. If you've ever used a wheelbarrow, you know that those guys can just tip from one side to the other very, very easily. So I would see if maybe there's some kind of modification you can put on here to add a second wheel or make it a 2-wheel design. But either way, this guy, if you're comfortable with the wheelbarrow design, there you go. Right now, this guy's $1,000, normally $1,200, so you can save yourself $200 on this guy right now. And if you want an ammo can to keep all your stuff in, you can get the 50 caliber ammo can for $12 right now, normally $18, so that's a few bucks there. Or how about an industrial polypropylene service cart? You can get this guy for $90, normally $100, so you save yourself $10. If you need some trailer lights, you can get these guys from Kenway for $33 right now, normally $43, so that's about $10 off. How about a welder? Here you go with the MiG 170 professional welder with 120/240 input. You can get this guy for $530 right now, normally $550, so that's $20 you save. And their liquid transfer pump, the battery operated one, you can get this guy right now for $7, normally $13.50, so you save yourself like half price right there. And this guy right here, the Central Pneumatic 3/8 inch by 50-foot retractable hose reel. Now this guy's not too bad. I have this guy and I've been using it for many years, 5, 7 years, something like that. And it's worked out for me just fine. $60 right now. That's about what I paid for it way back then. So that is a really good price considering many years have gone by, many levels of inflation, and it's still down to $60 right now, normally 90. So I would say this is a good value right now during the super coupon sale. And I always point out, I think this one is just as good, if not better than the Merlin, but it is cheaper, or the XT Extreme. Either way, it does the job just fine, and you can save yourself some money compared to the other ones. Like I said, I've been using it for a while, so I can speak with confidence to that. And if you need yourself a utility pump, there you go, you can get that guy. You need a Power Sport UTV winch right there, you can get this guy, the Badlands ZXR, with 3,500 pound capacity, $110 right now. Normally $140, save yourself $30. How about a portable thickness planer from Hercules? You can get this 15 amp, 12.5 incher for $370 right now. Normally $400, save yourself $30. And how about if you need a rubber air hose? You can get this guy from Merlin right now. 3/8 inch by 50 footer rubber air hose for $20. And that's one thing to point out also. The hose reel that we were looking at, if the hose ever goes bad on that, you can always open it up. It's really easy to do. And you can replace the hose with a better quality one if you want to do that. Like this guy right here. If you want to have a rubber air hose in it, you can easily replace that hose on the other one. It's not that hard at all. I've opened mine up, not a problem. So you can get this hose right now for $20, normally $25, save yourself $5. How about if you need to carry some cargo around on the outside of your vehicle? Here you go, the Haulmaster 750 pound capacity folding cargo carrier for $100 right now, normally $120, so you save yourself $20. And it is foldable, like they're pointing out right there. And how about if you want some more hand tools, the 3/8 inch drive dual flex ratchet, you can get this guy from Pittsburgh with a lifetime warranty for $12. Normally $17, save a couple of bucks there. How about a heavy duty tarp? You need an 8 by 10 foot silver and black extreme duty weather resistant tarp. You can get this guy for $12 right now, normally $15, save yourself 20% or a few bucks there. Or the Maddox disc brake pad and caliper service tool, 11 pieces, for $30, normally $42, so that's about $12 you save there. There you go if you want to use that guy on your brakes. And if you want a different tarp, you want a more expensive one, a bigger one, here you go with the blue weather resistant tarp. 19 by 29 footer all weather tarp. There you go, $28 for this guy, normally $33, so you save a few bucks there. Or if you want an extension cord from Vanguard, the 100 foot 16 by 3 gauge indoor outdoor extension cord, this guy's available right now for $25, normally $30, so you save yourself $5. And some load binders. You can get this 9,200 pound ratcheting load binder from Haulmaster for $40, normally $50, save yourself $10. How about some quick release extension bars? Here you go from Pittsburgh with a lifetime warranty, 3/8 inch drive quick release extension bar set, 4 pieces for $18, normally $20. Not a big savings on that, but if you need it and you want to save a few bucks, now's the time to get it instead of paying full price. And how about this guy right here, the router template guide set, 9 pieces for $13, normally $15, so that's a couple of bucks you save there. Or if you need a wheel for your wheelbarrow, your air compressor, whatever it is that you need it for, the Haulmaster 13 inch flat free tire, there you go, you don't need to worry about any kind of inner tube or any of that, with powder coated steel hub, $20 right now, normally $22, so it's only a couple of bucks you're really going to save, but like I said, better get it on sale instead of paying full price. Now, how about if you need some locking pliers, a C-clamp? There you go from Pittsburgh, 11 inch swivel pad C-clamp locking pliers for $6. If you're going to do a lot of welding and stuff like that, these guys come in real handy for that kind of thing. $6 right now, normally $8. Again, a couple of bucks you save. Or another worry-free tire with polyurethane hub, 15 incher, great for a wheelbarrow or something like that. Or hand trucks or any of that kind of stuff. There you go, $30 right now, normally $35. Save yourself $5. You need some metal cutoff wheels. You know, it's interesting. I've seen these Hercules go on sale quite often lately, but I really have not seen the Warrior ones go on sale lately. I guess they're trying to promote these guys more than the Warrior ones, because the Warrior ones are always way cheaper than these guys. And like I always say, I have found that these cutoff wheels from Harbor Freight, they don't last very long. So I generally go with the cheaper ones. If you've had experience with these Hercules ones, let me know. But I've tried the Warrior ones, and they're not the best in the world. They're cheap. They're inexpensive. That's the good thing they have for them. But you generally tend to go through them very, very quickly. So just bear that in mind. Here we go with the Hercules 6-inch metal cutoff wheels, a 10-back for $15. So that's $1.50 a piece. Most of the time, the Warrior ones are like 50 cents a piece. So you see the big price difference? So $15 for this pack right here, normally $20, you save yourself $5. Or if you need a braided charging cable from Armstrong, the 6-foot USB to Lightning cable, and you know, Lightning is going out of style. I don't know how much longer they're going to keep selling these kind of cables, but Lightning is going out of style. All the iPhones are now going to the USB-C connectors, so this is going to become passé. Only the old style Apple equipment is going to have the Lightning, and eventually that'll fade away. But if you need one right now, you can get this guy for $11. Normally $13. That's a couple of bucks you save. And how about if you need some PTO pins and assortment kit, 20 pieces for $8. Normally 10, so you save a couple of bucks there. And here you go if you want a 45-degree long reach pliers, an 11-incher from Icon. There you go, $15 right now, normally 22, so you save yourself about $5 or $6. And if you want to get it even cheaper, you can get the Pittsburgh one. Those are only about $7 regular price. If you get it on sale or with a 20% off coupon or something like I did, you can get it even cheaper than that. But I think it's like $7, something like that, for the regular price on the Pittsburgh ones. But I know if you're an Icon fan, you're going to want to get these guys. And here you go, if you need some black oxide step drill bits, you can get these guys from Bauer, 1/8 to 3/4 inch. There you go, $15 right now, normally 20, so that's about $5 you save. And again, if you don't want to get the black oxide, they do have the high-speed steel ones. You can get those for like $8 a lot of times when they are on coupon. So you can wait for a coupon for that, and you can save yourself some money. And one thing to point out also, if you want to get a lot of this stuff you see in these coupons today, perfectly fine. But I will say that we probably will have another parking lot sale, maybe the end of May, maybe into the beginning of June, somewhere around there. So I would suggest keep an eye out for that kind of stuff, because there probably will be another parking lot sale, and you may want to check out and see if some of the stuff you want or need is going to be a little bit cheaper than that. And that's one thing to point out, that if you haven't hit that subscribe button, maybe you should do that right now. That way you can stay informed every time I make one of these Harbor Freight savings coupons, including the parking lot sale, which is coming up very soon. And that way you can stay informed, stay on top of it, and know exactly what's going on sale the moment it comes out, and you don't lose out. So hit that subscribe button. That way you know every time I make a video for Harbor Freight, Home Depot, Lowe's, Amazon, or any other great place that I can find to save you guys some money. So here we go. Let's look at what else they have. How about some wood screws? You need some wood screws? Here you go. Self-tapping wood screw set, 120 pieces for almost $3. Normally $5, so you save yourself a couple of bucks. And from Voyager, you can get this 12-inch tool tote with 18 pockets for $8. Pretty economical. Normally 11, so that's about $3 or $4 you save. And some more Icon stuff. Look at this. You don't want the Pittsburgh extensions. You can use these guys instead. The 3/8-inch drive professional socket extension, a set of six different sizes for $25, normally $40. So that's about $15 you save yourself right there. Not too bad if you're a fan of Icon. And some more stuff from Bauer. Here you have the impact drill and driver bit set, 35 pieces for $15, normally $22. So that's about $5 or $6. Hey, how about some more Icon stuff? Here you go with the 3/8-inch drive 20 to 100 foot-pound professional split beam torque wrench for $90, normally $100, so you save yourself $10. There you go for you Icon fans. You want a split beam torque wrench? There you go, save some money. And how about the U.S. General folding side tray for 4-drawer tech carts? And I do believe it fits the 5-drawer as well. In fact, you can probably attach it to just about any kind of cart from U.S. General, but I guess they say it's specifically made for the 4-drawer. $15 right now for this guy, normally $17, so that's a couple of bucks you save. Comes in 8 colors, black, green, red, yellow, orange, white, gray, and blue. And don't bother comparing it to Snap-on, that's just ridiculous. Snap-on is the most expensive on the market. Oh, how about here? How about if you need to take care of some scissors for pruning and stuff? From Pittsburgh, the 8-inch multi-purpose stainless steel scissors. Great for pruning bushes and all sorts of stuff, I imagine. Maybe cutting some hard, thick plastics or cardboard, that kind of stuff. $7 right now, normally $8. Save yourself a whopping $1. And the Zurich ZR13 OBD2 code reader with ABS, SRS, and Fix Assist for $140, normally $150, so that's $10 you save. You want to get one that does even more than this? Check out my video. I'll put a link in the corner to one that I just did a couple of weeks ago. It is a nice little USB dongle. You can use it with your phone, your tablet, any of that kind of stuff. It does more than this, and it only costs around $100. So you can save yourself $40 going with that dongle that does a lot more than this little guy will do. So check out that video if you want a better quality one. And how about another extension set? Here you go. You got like 3 different extension sets in this coupon set so far. Here you go with the Pittsburgh with a lifetime warranty. 1/2-inch drive impact socket extension set, 4 pieces for $7. Normally 10, so you save about $3. But this one is a 1/2. The other ones were all 3/8, so you have a choice now. And how about right here, a security bit set from Warrior for $5, normally $7. So that's a whopping couple of bucks you save yourself right there. You know what? I would say instead of this security bit set, look at the 100 piece. That is generally just a couple of bucks more, maybe like $7, $8, $10. It's gone up a little bit over time, but it brings you 100 different pieces. This is probably only around maybe 32 pieces or something like that. The other one will bring you 3 times more, and it's just a couple of bucks more. So check that out before you make a decision. And how about here if you want another set of pliers? The 11-inch pliers. These are like 90 degrees. Well, I guess you have a choice. The 90 degree, the 45 degree, or the long reach. Any one of them, the straight ones. You can get them for $4, normally $6. So that's a couple of bucks you save there. That's what I mentioned earlier. The Icons are way more expensive, but if you're an Icon fan, I'm sure you're going to love the Icon anyway. But if you want to save money, there you go. Get the Pittsburgh. It's a lot cheaper. And here you go with the Merlin 1/4-inch brass industrial coupler for $4, normally $4.70. So that's a whopping 70 cents you save. There you go. Comes in either female or male. And how about if you need some sanding pads? Here you go with the Bauer 6-inch PSA sanding disc with the Zirconia Alumina Grain 5-pack for $3, normally $6.50. So that's almost half price right there. And here you go from Pittsburgh, the 3/8-inch drive hex socket set. 6 pieces for $5.50. Comes in SAE or metric, normally $8. So that's almost about $3 you save yourself right there. And if you need one of these high-velocity fans, summer's right around the corner. It's going to start getting warm really, really soon. You want to cool down your shop, your garage, your work area, whatever. Here you go with the Central Machinery 20-inch 3-speed high-velocity fan for $45, normally $60. So that's about $15 you save yourself right there. And here is what I said earlier. If you want to get yourself a less expensive jack, you can get this Pittsburgh 2-ton low-profile jack with the rapid pump for only $100. Normally $120. You save yourself $20. Not a massive savings, but it is cheaper than the Daytonas, so you can check that out if you want to save yourself even more money. And you need a bigger tarp. Here you go with the 12 by 20 footer silver and black extreme heavy duty tarp. Only $35, normally $45, so you save yourself about $10 right there. And if you need some steel loading ramps, you can get this 1,000 pound capacity 10-inch by 84 steel loading ramps, a set of 2 from Hallmaster for $80. Normally $100, that's about $20 you save yourself right there. And here we are, guys, at the end of the coupons. That's all the coupons that I have for you this time going on right now at Harbor Freight. Hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye for now.